Hi there guys, welcome to another video. So this week we've got a refill of Astrogranite and the magazine. Now, in times gone by when we get paint or anything in these little tubs, generally the content of the magazine seems to be better. So let's hope so. Let's hope we get a good week for content. So in this issue, let's start from the front page actually. So we've got an Astrogranite refill. We learn about the Sol system, and we learn about highlighting our models. Okay. In this issue comes with your third pot of Astrogranite paint, which will be used to base your growing collection. As we have covered how to complete your bases in painting Astrogranite tutorials from issues 22 and 52, this issue has a new painting guide, which will teach you how to apply 2 layers of edge highlights to areas on your models. This is an advanced technique that requires a thicker highlight to be applied first, with a thinner one of brighter colour applied on top once it has dried. You'll be using your Thousand Suns blue and Temple Guard blue paints to highlight areas of black on your models, creating stark, eye-catching highlights. Happy hobbying! Okay, great. So what have we got? We're going to learn about the Sol system. We are going to learn about Chaos Rising, the third part of the Chronicle of Chaos Gods. Then we're going to learn about the Tyranids, and we've got a Tyranid showcase. Lovely photos of dioramas and all that kind of stuff. Then we've got drop pods, Space Marine war machines. Then we will learn Chronicles of Blood, which is a chapters article. Part 3 of the History of the Blood Angels chapter. Then we've got that paint guide about layered highlights. Then we've got tutorial number 27, learn how to best place your battle mats for your games. And then finally, we've got Rouge Mission 48, the Ultramarines attempt to silence the anti-aircraft batteries around the city of Ironfall, and that one is called Silence the Guns. Okay, so what have we got here? The Sol system. The cradle of humanity, the Sol system, is the most heavily defended system of the entire Imperium of mankind. So we have got the Segmentum Solar in the middle here, the Sol system, Terra and Luna, Saturn and Titan, Mars and Phobos. This area in here, the Sol system and Holy Terra. Okay, the Sol system lies at the heart of the Segmentum Solar. It is the Imperium's most heavily defended star system, for it's home to Terra, the birthplace of mankind and the location of the Golden Throne. It is also home to Mars, the Red Planet, home of the machine-worshipping Adeptus Mechanicus, and the system is protected by the mightiest of Imperial forces, including the Adeptus Custodes, the Imperial Fist starship Phalanx, and the vast battle fleet Solar. The defences of the Sol system have really been tested since the closing days of the Horus Heresy, but there can be no doubt that the forces of Chaos see the destruction of Terra and the death of the Emperor as their ultimate goal. Okay, so that's good. So then we've got a little bit of information about Terra, Luna, Mars and Titan. And then a little bit about the Phalanx, the starship. Now we've got 40k Faction 2, Chaos Rising Part 3. Nurgle's rotten decay spreads even further across the galaxy. Khorne's eager followers continue to add to their tally of skulls. Slaaneish's servants pursue ever greater acts of excess and torture, and the Sinech unfathomable plans continue to grow in complexity. Such threats see the galaxy tremble. And then it's got the timeline of certain things that happen. So to summarise them, we've got the Laughing Death, the Fracture of Biltan, the 13th Black Crusade, Return of a Primarch, and they're talking about Reboot Guliman, the Great Rift, the Scourge Stars, the Blood Crusade, the Plotter Plots, the Plague Wars, the Crowns of Excess, War in the Rift, and Clash of Champions. Okay, so next up we've got factions number 7, the Tyranids. The Tyranids are unlike any race encountered by man. They are the purest predator. To them, all things are merely prey. Only now are the inhabitants of the galaxy beginning to realise the true threat. If the Tyranids are not stopped, all will be consumed. Nice. and then it's got more about those. So specifically here it's got splinter fleets. Larger Terran forces often split into smaller splinter fleets, especially after a defeat. These fleets continue to devour organic matter. Some have grown large enough to be classified as new distinctive hive fleets. And then we've got our Tyrannid showcase, which I'm not going to show you because we've all seen that sort of stuff before. Okay, then we've got information about drop pods. Space Marine chapters are required to land their forces on the surface of besieged worlds quickly and under heavy fire. Drop pods are designed to make this task easier. They scream through the atmosphere, deploying squads straight into the fight. Okay, so a little bit of information. Crew is there's no actual crew to pilot it, but there's 10 passengers on board. Armaments are the Deathwind launcher and the Stormbolter. It's got a supercharged engine. It weighs 15 tons unladen. The equipment is the inertial guidance, and it's got something about known patterns. Anyway, so that's good. That's interesting. Drop pod assaults have been the favoured tactic of Space Marines for thousands of years. Some chapters, such as the Raven Guard, have developed their own methods for launching such an assault, but the exact formation of the strike often depends upon enemies at hand. So that's good. And then we've got Chronicles of Blood. The Blood Angels must contend with the deadliest threat they have ever faced, the full might of a Tyrannid invasion. The Tyrannids are not the only foe that assail the sons of Sanguinius, should I say. However, from the Great Rift spill forth demons and heretics committed to the destruction of mankind. Okay, and it's got all of the information on that as well. Right, then we've got our layered highlights, and basically what it's telling us to do is highlight a quite thick line of Thousand Suns blue, and then follow it up with an edge highlight of Temple Guard blue on top. This is all pretty basic, but that is basically what that is telling us. So I like that. Okay, and then tutorial number 7, using custom mat setups. Most of the missions we have given so far have shown exactly how to set up your battle mats. These mats are designed to slot easily together, however there is no reason why you can't set them up in a different way if you want to. Here we explain how to do this. So that is pretty interesting, and it's got some alternative setups here as well. So like a big long board, that's interesting, I like the look of that. Then we've got our Rouge Mission number 48, which is destroy the batteries. Ironfall streets are thick with refugees and the spaceport is overloaded. The Ultramarines have been forced back from the city perimeter, allowing the Death Guard to capture a series of air defence batteries inside the city walls and stopping any more transport ships from reaching the spacecraft. If the Ultramarines don't disable the gun batteries, the refugees will surely meet a grisly end at the hands of the Death Guard forces. Okay. And then we've got, this is the actual mission, silence the guns. Several Imperial transports have fallen to the captured anti-aircraft batteries around the city of Ironfall. The Ultramarines have managed to spare a few units of Space Marines who must sabotage the guns, allowing the transports to reach the starports and evacuate the remaining refugees. And as you can see, we have got a terrain piece here, which is the anti-air battery. Okay, so the mission is designed to be replayed 4 times, with each playthrough representing an assault on one of the 4 anti-air batteries. Both sides must choose the units they choose in each playthrough from the lists below. The Death Guard player chooses 2 units to deploy and sets them up in a deployment zone shown on the map to the right. The Space Marines player then chooses 1 unit to use. They may not use any unit more than once during the 4 mission playthroughs. So that's cool. It's very, very good. So, Space Marine choose 1 of either 5 Space Marine Scouts, 3 Inceptors, 5 Reavers, or 3 Space Marine Bikes. And they are up against any 2 of the following in each mission. So they've got 2 sets of 10 Poxwalkers, a set of 10 Chaos Cultists, 2 sets of 3 Plague Marines, the Biologous Putrefier, the Noxious Blightbringer, and the Foul Blight Spawn. I like that. I like that way of working it out. So you tactically choose each mission, how you're going to play it out, how you're going to take on this situation, whether you're defending or attacking the batteries. Okay. Before deployment, both players roll a die. The winner selects one of the playmats to play on, sets it on the blank side, place all the power relay objective markers in the location shown above, cut out and place the anti-air battery from the inside back cover at the centre of the battle mat. Models cannot move through or over the anti-air battery. So deployment R is, you've got the battery in the middle there. Choose which battle mat you want to use, put down the anti-air battery and power relay objectives. Decide how to lay out the terrain on the mat. So we refer to our tutorial number 21 for that. Death Guard unit player deploys their units. The Space Marines have the first turn. So the victory conditions are, if a Space Marine model's base touches a power relay, it is destroyed. The Space Marine player must destroy 2 power relays to win. The Death Guard player must eliminate all of the Space Marines or stop them from destroying 2 of the power relays in order to win. And the game lasts for 6 battle rounds. Very nice. Okay, so that's that for this week. So what have we got coming up? So this is a really cool one next week. Well, actually the next 2 are very cool. So we got Ultramarines Command. So we get 2 Space Marine heroes. And both of them look great. And then in issue number 66, we get the Plague Marine Icon Bearer. And he's a cool model as well. So that's the next 2 we get. And so in the next day or so, I'll upload another video which is going to go through everything that we're going to receive right from issue 65 right up until the end, which is issue number 80. So everyone will know what we've got to expect. I'll let you know what I think of that content as well, what's coming up. And yeah, overall, I think it's a good magazine. To be fair, it's kind of saved by the mission, I think. I think this mission is very interesting. I like the idea of focusing back onto a much smaller battle, but playing it through 4 times. I like the issue. I do believe that all of these cut-out terrain pieces, I think we're able to get them. I mean, some of it might actually be a delisted Games Workshop product, but it all looks like it's taken from things that already exist, so photos of actual terrain. And I like the idea of being able to put it together ourselves and get some of that content for ourselves to make the games better. But there you go. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed this issue. It's pretty good. Like I say, definitely saved by the mission, which I like. Some of you may not. Let me know in the comments. But yeah, that is issue 64. And I'll see you next week for some Space Marine heroes. And I'll see you in the next day or so to go through everything that we've still got to